Harley, I bet you lying. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, she's here. Okay, so you see that little purple beam? That purple beam does damage and it also grounds you. And so those countermeasures are supposed to prevent that. So when you hit the countermeasure, it's going to stun you. You just break out of it. And it stops that purple beam from beaming people to death because it's going to do it like around the room. Oh, God. So as long as you hit those countermeasures, those beams won't. Well, let me see if I can grab it. Grab it. There you go. Yeah. So as long as you keep those countermeasures going, that beam won't pop out. Like that beam won't happen because that purple beam, while it's not a one shot, it, like I said, does ground you and it starts to do damage to you over time. So if you're standing, for instance, like right here, because it happens on the outskirts of this room. So if you're standing here and no one hits those countermeasures, that purple beam will ground you and just eventually beam you to death. So, in order to really have like a smooth run, because I know some people can run, usually we don't worry about the countermeasures, but because it's doing more damage to a DPS than it is doing to the tank, or the healer who can like shield themselves. But it really does it to anybody. Usually, while I'm tanking, I'm always getting beamed with it. So, that's what that countermeasure does. When you hit those cogs, it makes it so that those purple beams don't come out. Fatality girl, I know you lying. Why she tried me at the end like that? I'm gonna say this. As the tank, leave it to the rest of the group to figure out those mechanics. You're already so focused on everything else. Make sure that you have complete control of the room. Make sure you got aggro. Make sure you got dom. Make sure you pull in ads. So, help out wherever you can, if you can. Like, if somebody goes down and they didn't get to the countermeasure, if you could put a shield on, run over and grab it, then that's fine. But it's not like a requirement. It's not your main priority to be doing mechanics. Mechanics are strictly supposed to be a focus of the DPS because all they're doing is damage. A DPS is doing damage. They're not healing. They're not trolling. They kind of have a little leeway because if the healer stops healing, you know what I'm saying? If the healer stops healing to go and do a mechanic, then somebody's going down. You don't want the healer doing that. You want the healer to stay on their P's and Q's. Because if the healer gotta stop healing to do the mechanics, then yeah, that's bad for everybody. So it's better if a DPS can just kind of step out and do the mechanics. So with running this Zamaron, as a tank, you're never worried about grabbing those countermeasures anyway. You can survive it. It's really not going to be a big deal for you. Um, but if DPS don't want to get beamed to death, then it would behoove them to make sure that they're grabbing those countermeasures. But if you're on the inside like this and you jump up too high, those crystals get you. For those of you who have flight and y'all think, oh, I'm just going to escape by flying to the top, you fly to the top if you want to, and then that's what's going to happen. The crystals to the top are going to ground you. So you don't want to do that.